Chapter 2, Fast and Fun. When Beethoven Bear had finished the whole note song, he flopped down on the pillow to catch his breath.
That was so much fun,
he panted. Just then, Mozart Mouse heard someone knocking on the door.
Oh,
he exclaimed.
That certainly must be Clara now.
But once again, there was no cat at the door. Instead, there stood a purple hippopotamus wearing a purple velvet jacket and a black graduation cap. Mozart Mouse did not know what to say. "Good morning," the hippo said. "I'm Professor Haydn Hippo. I'm here to see Clara Schumann Cat. Is she here?"
Is she expecting you?
Mozart Mouse asked.
Perhaps you sent a letter?
No, Professor Haydn Hippo answered. I had a break in my schedule, and I wanted to drop by and say hello.
She's not here yet,
Mozart Mouse said.
But you are welcome to come in. We have another visitor.
Mozart Mouse introduced Pachelbel Penguin to Professor Haydn Hippo. Pachelbel explained what they had been doing. We just learned about whole notes, he said.
And he wrote a song about whole notes,
Beethoven Bear added proudly. Would you like to join our music class? Pachelbel Penguin offered. I was just going to teach Mozart Mouse and Beethoven Bear some new notes that sound fast. Professor Haydn Hippo replied, I would be delighted. In fact, would it be rude if I asked if I could introduce those notes? You see, I noticed that you, Pachelbel Penguin, have a very musical name. I hear a distinct rhythm pattern in it. And it just so happens that your name uses some quick notes. Perhaps those are the notes you were going to tell your young friends about? Please, go right ahead, Pachelbel Penguin encouraged him. Thank you, Professor Haydn Hippo said. Now, when I clap the word Pachelbel, I use 2 quick notes and 1 longer note. Let's clap that word together.
Pachelbel.
That was perfect, the professor complimented them. Those quick notes are called eighth notes. Turning the page in the big music book, Pachelbel added, and they look like this. He pointed to the new notes.
Oh, I get it,
Mozart Mouse exclaimed excitedly.
They look like 2 quarter notes with a line connecting them.
That's correct, Pachelbel Penguin said. That line is called a beam. Then he said, now I have a special game we can play. Professor Haydn Hippo can help us. Let's clap and count some rhythm patterns and see which patterns are the same as the names of our friends. When we clap eighth notes, we will say T-T. Mozart Mouse and Beethoven Bear had such fun clapping the rhythm patterns. Then they got to a pattern that sounded like this. T-T-T-T-Ta-shh. Whose name fit that pattern? A knock on the classroom door was the only clue they needed.
Clara Schumann Cat,
Beethoven Bear shouted.
That name fits the rhythm pattern perfectly.
You are correct, Pachelbel Penguin praised Beethoven Bear. Now, who do you suppose is at the door this time? Mozart Mouse ran to answer it. Would Clara finally be there?